All right, so that was episode 6 of Dragon Ball Daima, DBD, as I would always say. And I think when it comes on from an action perspective, the fight that we get in this episode between Goku and Glorio, definitely the highlight of the episode for me, like this time around. I mean, we've had 5 episodes of kind of just building, slow burn, nothing too crazy in terms of the action, but it's still Dragon Ball at the end of the day. We gotta even though I've been praising these last 5 episodes, well, for the most part, that it's good. It has that OG Dragon Ball vibe. They're kind of building. It's a slow burn, but at the same time, it's kind of setting the foundation so that they don't have to pull any unnecessary or unacceptable bullshit out of their ass when it comes on to future episodes. But again, it's still Dragon Ball, so you still have to expect that we should be getting some decent action. And even though obviously this is still episode 6, it's not the heights of what this series will provide action wise, I would imagine. But that fight between Gloria and Goku, definitely a highlight of the episode. I loved the fact that we had the whole, Glory using his lightning magic. Definitely, I'm sure persons have been saying it online already. Definitely that Star Wars, Star Wars Emperor Palpatine type of vibe for him. So yeah, but anyway, so we continue this episode off from last one where the ship crashed because of overloading. And originally I thought it would have been a type of situation where Pansy packed too many clothes or something, but it's actually like actual supplies. So I know it sounds like something simple, but the fact that it's actually like real supplies that they needed, like medication, like camping food, I think it says something about Pansy's character, as opposed to what I would suspect something like Bulma would do in terms of packing a bunch of clothes. So even though Pansy as a character, I think, is kind of being positioned as being like that Bulma-esque type of character, I think it kind of helps her stand out. To me, I could be wrong, but I just imagine Bulma being in the situation packing a bunch of clothes or something. But it's kind of cool that she actually wasn't being superficial in terms of the stuff she packed. Anyway, so we continue the journey and we get a bit of lore when it comes on to the Supreme Kai and the fact that they're born from this glint tree. And this is lore that's been established through extended material, interviews, and all of that when it comes on to the Supreme Kai. You can be born from a fruit, from a tree, etc., etc. But again, it's also interesting to see that that lore being like firmly established within the main, like a main series, because for me it's one thing when it comes on to like if it's Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, etc., etc., getting certain like crucial or important lore tidbits about the universe, like an extended material. But I'm always iffy about that, right? In the sense that this would be so much better if it was said or showcased in the main story, so it can make it feel more fleshed out. And getting that here in Dragon Ball Daima, I think, is a good move. Kind of builds out the universe, kind of helps to immerse you in the origins and the lore of all these characters. So it's interesting to see that there's 5 glint trees, and confirming that Supreme Kai is from the demon realm. I'm kind of interested if we'll actually get to see those trees or get to them at some point, or if it'll just be something for explanation's sake or exposition's sake, like we got in this episode. So yeah, but that was a good part. Now, of course, the whole subplot, sub-narrative of not trusting Glorio seems Supreme Kai was right, working with Dr. Arinsu. And based on, information that's been talked about by other YouTubers or, that's available on the net, I mean, somewhat spoilers, but it does seem like Dr. Arinsu will be creating some pseudo Majin Boos or something like that. So it could be a case where Glorio's whole task here is to really kind of compile data on throughout his journey for Dr. Arinsu. So it's going to be interesting to see how things are going to resolve and what I guess Glorio's true motives are, because I'm going to go on a limb to say that even though he's working with Dr. Arinsu, there's still probably more to it than him being like a genuine bad guy, so to speak. So I think there's like another layer there. So that's something I think that we, the audience, can look forward to. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Now, of course, we got that funny scene with the Minotaur and Goku being nonchalant about the Minotaur calling it a cow. I thought that was funny. I guess typical kind of shonen-esque kind of You know, when the main characters be nonchalant about a threat type of humor. But it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, and that kind of developing into, I guess, Glorio and Goku fighting, because Goku's like, yo, let me handle the Minotaur because I don't think you can handle it. And Glorio's like, yo, fam, you think I'm that weak? And then it kind of spirals into a fight. Now, that's interesting because I think it kind of speaks to, even though Glorio's kind of chill and thing, he has a sense of pride as well. So I thought that was interesting, you know, kind of showcasing that about his character without like explicitly saying it. He's kind of has some kind of, you know, ego. Not like something to the degree of like Vegeta, but it's interesting that they showcase like, yo, dog, I'm not that weak. Let's fight it out. Let's see what we got. See, what I mean? So it's interesting to see that, you know, he has a semblance of ego. I think it kind of helps to paint like a nuanced picture of his character. So I thought that was interesting as well. It's kind of like the little small, you know, show but don't tell moments, right? That are kind of adding up to make this a very, you know, interesting experience watching this show. So yeah. But anyway, the fight itself I thought was good. I think in terms of action sequences, it's definitely the best we've got since the show started. Love the lighting, love the colors that they used. Again, Glorio with the lightning magic definitely looks cool. And you know, I thought, you know, I think what would have been interesting is if we had like a scene where like Goku underestimates like I mean, he's basically it was kind of like, you know, the usual like, Kakarot, you think you're stronger than me? It's like, yeah, type of moments between Goku and Gloria here. But I think it would have been interesting since, you know, Glorio's using magic and Goku can't really, I don't think he can like sense magic or how strong magic is. It would have been interesting if during the fight we got a scene where like he underestimated and got like Gloria got a decent hit in because of that. I thought that was like a missed opportunity. But other than that, I thought it was cool, you know, seeing just even the exchanges, like comparing it to like the warm-up session in the castle with Kadan and his minions. I thought like the beginning here in terms of how the animation flowed, it would definitely felt better, didn't feel as stiff. And you know, Goku, you know, going in with the power pool, yo, always a treat. And again, I think this episode does another awesome job of kind of letting the characters set the foundation for certain things, because we see, like, we've been seeing it, like, okay, Goku's subtly testing like how far he can push his body little by little, and the fact that he is weaker now as a child, I think the fact that even when he transforms into a Super Saiyan here for this, it kind of shows the struggle. It's just to show that like, yo, I'm not as strong. So I thought that was good as well, to kind of reinforce that he can't easily like access his full power. So it's just these little tidbits to kind of showcase like, yeah, he's not necessarily at like full power, but he's still more than capable. So there's that. But anyway, Goku goes Super Saiyan. It looks cool, and I'm just wondering, when is the Goku Mini Super Saiyan DLC dropping? I'm just saying. But anyway, so yeah, we have Goku going in. We have, you know, Gloria going with the lightning whip magic and everything, charging off, and Goku just like, you know, that scene, that moment from the trailer, and he kind of stops it like, yeah. So that was cool. Then he teleports behind Gloria and it's like, yo, fam, I think I win. It's like, okay, cool. And of course, by the end of the episode, we have the Minotaur kind of going. I think one of the other things to kind of point out is the fact that Panzy has a collar. So I'm kind of curious, like, what we can learn about that in like the next episode or two. So it's interesting. And of course, Supreme Kai being Supreme Kai in this episode as well, in the sense that, you know, during the fight between Glory and Goku, he wanted, you know, Goku to go, you know, take it a bit more seriously, because, you know, Glorio is one thing, but Supreme Kai is kind of trying to craftily figure out what's going on with Glorio. So I like that as well. Kind of helps to make things feel a bit more dynamic with the crew. So yeah. But anyway, I thought this was a solid episode. Definitely the best action sequence since this show started, and yeah, we're getting up there. So let me know what you guys think. And if you've been enjoying Daima, if it's getting better and better for you, if you're one of the persons that they weren't really feeling it, how do you feel about it? Note that there were 6 episodes in and counting. So yeah. Anyway, Sanjuichi, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball Daima DVD. Alright, so last time because Panzy overloading the ship with our luggage. Man, them just take off and already crash. It's ridiculous to me. Okay, so it's not like some superficial stuff that she packed. Alright, makes sense.
悟空がさっきあんたのことなんとか神様って言ってたけど、あれなんだ？ああ、海王神ですか？モナたちの宇宙には海王って神様みたいなのが何人かいてさ、その中でも一番偉いのが海王神様ってわけさ。ああ、まあそんなような感じというか。え、あんた神様なの？まあそんなような感じというか。すごいじゃん。儲かってる？お金はいただきませんから。え、何それ？わけわかんない。なあ、ゴリロ。グロリオだ。わざと間違えてるだろう。
Yeah, when I get fed up with the misname calling.
じゃあ、ちゃんと言ってみろ。急にしたくなったんだからしょうがねえだろう。ちょっと言ってくる。
Yo, Jado.
おい。ん？
どうしましょう。ここはおとなしくしておこう。厄介なことになる。
ここで何している？
ちょっと休憩を。
お前ら二人は首輪がないな。どこから来た？
第一魔界。私は第二魔界。
ん？怪しいな。
すっきりした。なんだ今のは。ラッキーだったね。あんたやっぱり手配されてるよ。悟空さん、その髪型って押さえつけられない。
Yeah, man, they're like the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, just wrap the head.
癖が強くてさ。それよりあんた手洗った？いや、もうそれよりさ、グリンド人って木から生まれるって本当？ええ、そうですよ。何それ？我々グリンド人は数百年に一度グリンドの木から生まれるんですよ。マジか。じゃあ海王神様は植物ってことか？さあ、それはだから飯食わねえで水分ばっかりなんだな。じゃあゴマーの副官のデゲスも兄弟ってことか？216歳の時に同じ木から生まれた弟ですね。全員が兄弟ってことか？キビトやあのじいちゃんの海王神様も？ああ、いえ、グリンドの木は5本ありましたから。刺激のある大魔界を選びました。問題ありの兄弟ばっかりじゃねえの。そう言われましても。
Ooh. Glorio secretly working for the bad guys, maybe? And of course, some of that lore was, you know, explained by Toriyama before in interviews and guides, so it's interesting to see that come to, you know, actual weekly running series. Yeah, series. Alright, some tin food, some sardines, some mackerel. Or centipede.
何の肉かは聞かない方が良さそうですよ。まあな。もう寝よう。明日も早い。
Oh, that's a pretty cute, you know, sleeping well, outfits.
はい、うまくいきそうです。ええ、あさってには。
Of course.
順調にいっているようね。ご苦労様。何かあったらまた連絡を。
はい。
何の音でしょう。それに何か匂いますね。あ、悟空さんじゃないですね。
One of my style Goku though.
洞窟の奥からだ。
なんだなんだ。うる
こりゃいい。獲物を狩りに行こうと思ったら獲物の方からやってきたぞ。
なんだ牛か。脅かすなよ。
牛じゃねえ。日本足で歩いて喋って、しかもこんなバカでかい牛がいる。
Why does this man sound like it could be like Kenpachi's voice actor? Maybe, maybe.
がミノタウロスだよ。
なんかかっこいい名前だな。
ま
Goku being nonchalant as usual.
お前らは俺の朝飯にしてやる。
おめえ牛なのに肉食うのか。
牛じゃねえって言ってんだろう。
俺が片付けよう。表に出ろ。
がやってやる。グリローにはちょっと無理だろ
グロリオだ。偉そうに言うな。あんたと俺、そんなに力の差があると。
う。まあこう言っちゃうんだけどな。
面白い。試してみるか。
Alright. Goku versus Glorio. Let's see. It's funny all that the Minotaur just in the background
ど
though.
んなにすごいか知らんが、今は子供だ。いい勝負だと思うかな。
よし。じゃあ俺。
Yo, why is Goku being disrespectful, dog? Somebody tell me. What are they? What are they? What do you want to fight with one arm? It's
やめと
ridiculous.
けって。
どんなに。行くぞ。
はい。
Mm-hmm. Alright.
思ったよりやるじゃねえか。
Bombards, what is Emperor Palpatine?
なんだそれ。
魔法だ。
Which makes sense because, you know, like Panzy was saying, I think it was last episode, every person or every, you know, demon here can at least do like one type of magic essentially. Or at least one spell. I could be like misphrasing that. So it makes sense. It shouldn't be surprising in retrospect. And this is what I was saying before where, even though this is kind of like a slow burn, there's no room for unacceptable bullshits. You know? So, yeah. Because they kind of take the time to build up certain like plot points and elements.
危ねえ。
Alright. Powerful. No. It's a nice shot at Glorio there with the lightning. Ah! Ah! Bombard's lightning whip.
面白い。
Alright.
いけそうだな。
Alright. know, that look kind of cool. Are we trying to go Super Saiyan 3 or? Oh, nice. Yo, looking clean. DLC. When are we getting Super Saiyan, you know, mini Goku? Glorio's like, impossible! He's unbeatable! Mm-hmm.
勝負あったな。
何なんだ今のは。
スーパーサイヤ人だ。子供になってもできてよかったぜ。
他にも技があるのか。
That Glorio just to kind of compile him for Dr. Arin Suno. Man said, no, dog, it's alright, dog. But they kind of, I ain't really hungry, so they can't just do anything. Alright, Jeets.